It's 7:01, and the Middle Finger Network Saturday night broadcast is live on Facebook and on YouTube. On YouTube, we're live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and there is a live chat from there. You can also subscribe to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. You can watch a whole bunch of Boogie with the Bull broadcasts going back about 3 years. And maybe after you watch a bunch of them, you'll want to be on one. And that's always easy. All you got to do is go to Messenger and tell me who you are, what you are, and when you want to come on. Right now, we're doing the Middle Finger Network broadcasts on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. till about 9 p.m. and on Tuesday evenings, actually meant to say on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesdays maybe me and Michael Anthony, maybe me and Michael Anthony and other people. And on Thursday, it's a typical panel discussion with live chat involvement if there is any. I'm going to just swing over to the... Oops, I didn't do this right, but this is the first time I'm using this monitor. So bear with me for a second. Got to turn the volume down on that monitor. And we're also going to hit this so that we'll be able to see the live chat if there is any. Justin Hart, my buddy, is watching. And let me see. Let me get into the banners here for a second. And I will flash this on the screen. I think this is the one I want. Join the Middle Finger Network Saturday panel, StreamYard.com/Y5BAE8NG7F. If you want to join the panel right now, all you got to do is type in Y5BAE8NG7F. StreamYard.com. Y is in yellow, 5, B is in boy, A is in apple, E is in Edward, 8, N is in Nancy, G is in George, 7, F as in Frank, and you're more than welcome to come on to the panel. I don't really have anything definite that I decided I had to talk to everybody about. Also, if you're on Facebook, you can try going to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Scroll about halfway down your screen. You'll see that line that says give permission. And if you do that, you come up on the live producer screen. But if you don't do that, I'm watching. And like I said, it says Justin Hart is watching and Sherry McCoy Balaco is watching. I don't know where you're watching. It just tells me that you're watching. We're live on the Dave Globin profile. We're live on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group. And we are live over on YouTube on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. So if you want to talk and be a part of the broadcast, I would say come on over to the Dave Globin profile and jump into the live chat. Or like I said, the link, it was on the screen. We'll put it on the screen one more time. It is on the screen. It's right there. Join the Middle Finger Network Saturday night panel, StreamYard.com/YFBAE8NG7F, and I'll see you on the screen, and I will invite you to come on. And if you've never been on a broadcast before, this is your opportunity. Come on in. All I ask is that you be respectful to me and anybody else who is watching, and you don't say stupid things or start stupid arguments or whatever. But if you want an opportunity to come on and be on a live broadcast on Facebook on a Saturday night, this is your opportunity. And if you like it, then you may be invited to be part of the Middle Finger Network Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. broadcast, and come and be part of the panel there. The promo, or actually in the notes for the broadcast, it's basically another one of those, what's wrong with America? How do you think we can fix it? And those were the typical questions to start it, because that seems to be the things that we talk about. The other night, I think I said yesterday on an impromptu Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk broadcast, which was on Facebook Live Producer yesterday, I think I said, the Democrats got to figure this out and figure out how they're going to resolve this problem, because now America knows that a bag of what is believed to be cocaine was found by the Secret Service in the West Wing of the White House. Now, everybody who is a conspiracy theorist like me can say, oh, well, it obviously must have been Hunter. I don't really want to know the obvious. I want to know who did it and what is going to happen, because it could have been a deep state operative who set it up in the West Wing of the White House, hoping that President Biden might get nailed for it, because I don't think they want to run him in 2024. I don't think anybody thinks they want to run him in 2024. Then I flipped the coin and I said, maybe you got to look at this from the other way. If Donald John Trump was president of the United States and Nancy Pelosi was Speaker of the House with a Democrat majority and Chuck Schumer was Senate Majority Leader with +1 support from Kamzilla, the Vice President of the United States, as soon as the Secret Service found it and reported it to the House and the Senate, President Trump probably would have been brought in and impeached and sent home the same day. So, this is just barreling out of control. It's like nobody knows what anybody is doing these days, and everybody is just out to either make a name for themselves because they're all writing books about what's going on here and hoping that they can sell their books and then sell their books and make movies and this, that, and the other thing. And the only thing I can tell you is I'm not writing a book, but I'm here doing broadcasts, and I'm trying to tell you what's going on and hope that you'll come in and tell me what's going on with you. And we just get the word out. So you can cut my Ramblethon and Tangent Tree anytime by coming into the live chat on the Dave Golovin profile and putting in a comment, or the Boogie with the Bull page, Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group, public group is what I meant. Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group. It's a public group, so everybody on Facebook can see it. You can go into that group, look for the live post, and you can join the live chat there. You go to my profile and you can join the live chat there. You go over to YouTube, Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, look for the one that says we're live, and jump in there and join us on the YouTube live chat. I do recommend that you go to the YouTube live chat, as I will constantly go to the YouTube channel, as I will say constantly, go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. And it's not because I want to reach 1,000 subscribers and be watched 4,000 hours. It's because if you were going to ever take a Boogie with the Bull broadcast and share it anywhere other than Facebook, please go to the YouTube channel. Even though they don't care much for me and I don't care much for them, go to the YouTube channel and take it from there and share it, as hopefully it'll build a subscriber base on the YouTube channel. We are going to add Rumble, and we'll start having Rumble. We're being live on Rumble. I'm going to have to upgrade my StreamYard package because I only get 3 destinations right now, and we probably need 8 because I'd like to keep the 2 on Facebook. I'd like to keep the YouTube channel. I'd like to add Rumble. I'd like to be live on StreetLock, who is installing live stream servers as we speak. And as soon as they get them ready, they have promised me that I can beta test a live broadcast on StreetLock. And I'd also like to do something with Twitter, because as I said yesterday, I was on Twitter recently and I got a bunch of notifications or comments asking me if the Boogie with the Bull broadcast are still being posted on Twitter. I don't know if very many people watched them live. I used to get maybe 3 or 4 people, maybe 7 if it was a good topic, Ramblefest, or I had guests. But I would like to work toward a blue check, the blue check verification package for Boogie WT Bull, my Boogie with the Bull Twitter account, and be posting more Boogie with the Bulls or the Middle Finger Network or whatever anybody else wants to work with me and do. So, I'm always here. There's always something to say. Sometimes it will bore people to death, I'm sure, until somebody jumps in and puts a comment in. So come on in and make a comment or give me an idea of what we should talk about. Or, like I said, type in the link that you see on your screen, StreamYard.com/Y5BAE8NG7F. Type that in. You go through, you have to give permission to StreamYard to use your camera and your mic. If you don't, then you can't come on. And then it'll connect. It'll show you what you're going to look like on your camera. You get to type your name in. Like, whoops, wait a minute. Let me kick that back. Go down here and take that off. You type in the name that you want to be seen so that people know who you are. And then you're all set and ready to go. A box will show up on the live producer screen that tells me that you're here and you're ready to come on. I will acknowledge that you're here and you're ready to come on. The only other thing I suggest that if you are watching on a device that has Facebook Live, make sure you copy the link and come on. Make sure you copy the link, then log off of Facebook on that device, and then use the link to log on to whatever broadcast it is that I am doing. Otherwise, you're going to hear a delay that sometimes is deafening because Facebook is usually a few seconds behind StreamYard because StreamYard is sending it to Facebook. But anyway, it's easy. We all have fun. None of us are professional broadcasters. Some of us are retired radio people, and some are still actual professional broadcasters as it goes now. Good evening, Danny Campbell, who has watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts and now almost more the Middle Finger Network broadcasts than anybody else in the history of my being a broadcaster on Facebook. And I'm very happy when Danny comes in because it usually means it's going to be a great show. And you always hear, like Johnny Carson had that senior lady that was in the audience, or Jimmy Fallon had one, or David Letterman had one, and they always knew that if Mrs. whoever was in the audience, that it was going to be a great show. When Danny is watching, it's going to be a good show. Danny is a professional watcher of my broadcast. If he's watching and he all of a sudden has to leave and go do something else, he will leave. When he comes back, he'll go back up to where he watch the end of it, and he even puts comments in there. And then when I go back and watch the broadcast before I do the next one, I make notes of people's comments because they're important to me. And not everybody can watch a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, or Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk broadcast, or a Boogie with the Bull Uncensored broadcast, or even now the Middle Finger Network broadcasts whenever they come on. And you know what? It's not important to me so much that you watch when I'm live. It's more important that you watch the broadcast, share the broadcast, invite your friends to watch and share the broadcast. And this goes off in the direction that it was supposed to. It was not really ever about having a bunch of guests on to have a discussion. It was more along the lines of me coming on and talking to people watching, and hopefully the people watching might want to come on and be part of that panel. And that's how it goes. But I mean, it's great to have people on, but not everybody's schedule is the same as mine. And so I tell people, watch when you can, come on when you can, and that's just how we go. So if you ever want to be on a broadcast with me, I rattled off the whole bunch of them, but lately it's the Middle Finger Network broadcast. If you ever want to be on a Middle Finger Network broadcast, they are 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, which is usually with me and Michael Anthony. And Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. is an open panel. So when you want to be on a Middle Finger Network broadcast, if you ever want to be on a Middle Finger Network broadcast, they are 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, which is usually with me and Michael Anthony. And Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. is an open panel. So when you come on unless you've told me that you're going to come on and I've sent you the link. When you come on, if you come on to watch, the link will be on the screen. All you got to do is copy it. And then, like I said, go through security and everything else you have to go through. And then you come up on the live producer screen and you come on in and you can join the fun. That's Thursdays. Like I said, Tuesday, 7 p.m. is supposed to be a return to the original Middle Finger broadcast, Locked and Loaded, with Michael Anthony and I. And he will be with us next Tuesday. I misunderstood and I thought he was going to be with me tonight for a Saturday night broadcast, a rare Saturday night broadcast, like I used to say, rare Saturday during the day broadcast, but that they don't happen anymore. So, I apologize that I am guestless tonight, but there is a little bit more time if someone wants to join me, or in the live chat if you want to start a conversation, put something in, ask a question, make a statement. We can go from there. If not, hey, this is live. This is live radio on Facebook and on YouTube, and sometimes stuff happens and there's nobody to talk to, and I either run out of things that I could talk about, or just say, go have a great Saturday night and send everybody on their way. So let me get back into the comments because I keep doing that. Danny Campbell did say hello. So I guess that's where it is. I mean, I've done, in 15 minutes, I did the Ramble Fest on what I thought we would discuss tonight. I think the biggest problem right now is, as far as the White House is concerned, is they need to come public with who brought the cocaine into the White House and what their intentions were, and deal with the consequences of doing so. And if that person is either visiting the White House or living in the White House or has anything to do with Joe Biden's administration, then they need to suffer the consequences and move on. Like I said, and I personally believe this, and everybody else can tell me that I'm full of it, but if the shoe was on the other foot and President Trump was in the White House right now and the Democrats controlled Congress and the Senate, and it was found anywhere in the Trump White House, they would have impeached him within hours of it happening, and just because that's what they do. So, if you agree, tell me you agree. If you don't agree, tell me why you don't agree. And that is something that we could have been discussing today. I guess I'll do a plug for the groups: American Regulators, Conservative Freedom Defenders, the Hardcore Conservatives Group, Red Patriots for America. Those are the private groups. And anybody is welcome to join them anytime, or invite people to join anytime. Got a great admin team that takes care of them for me. Terry Stark, along with Jen Woodruff and Paul Gregg, do a fantastic job taking care of the private groups, because I spend most of my time playing in the public group, Believable True Patriot Talk public group, and now I'm helping Greta Harmon with her Mega News Nation public group, and I'm getting invited into other public groups to help, and that's just the way I want to be. When I joined Facebook back in 2009, the first page I had, because they didn't have groups back then, was Boogie with the Bull, and it started as a conservative patriot page. Then in the 2016 election, Facebook started slapping me left and right for false news and this and that and the other crap. And I just said, you know what? I don't want to deal with it anymore. So I took it and I made it a music sharing page. And by that time, groups happened, and we moved a bunch of political groups in and joined a whole bunch of other political groups. And, they still treat me the same way that they did. And they're not going to make it any better. And lately, what I've seen with my Facebook friends is that it's more of a competition to see who can get a Facebook suspension for the longest. And while that suspension is in effect, see how many bogus new accounts they can create so they can get back on Facebook. I've said all along, I've had this Dave Goldman account since 2009. I created a backup one time because I was going away and I needed, I wanted to use a different account while I was away. And as a joke, a friend of mine from high school hacked it, had a little bit of fun with it, and then just kind of left it, took it all private. And then, I've been battling with Facebook since about 2009 to get that account back, but they keep telling me because I can't verify the address on the account and the phone number and this, that, and the other thing. They're not going to give it back to me because they don't think it's me. So anyway, I've not had any desire to have a stack of Facebook accounts so that when they take one away from me, I can use the other one. This is who I am. This is who I will be. And if Facebook ever bans me for life, it will be using the technology to ban me for life from ever getting back on Facebook, and I won't come back. There are other places to go, and probably be just as well seen. But anyway, enough harping about that. The question was, what do you think is wrong with America right now? Who do you think is causing the problems? And if you could, what would you do to fix them? You're more than welcome to come into the live chats on my Dave Goldman profile, which I'm monitoring on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group post over on YouTube on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. And you can subscribe to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Use that to share if you share Boogie with the Bull broadcast anywhere off of Facebook. If you do that, let me know, because I just like to know where people are posting it, if they are posting it. Like I said, I got a couple of messages from Twitter folks that follow me the other day that were asking if I was still doing the broadcasts and posting them on Twitter. Yeah, I probably will start doing it again. The Twitter broadcasts are only about a half an hour because I don't think that you need more than about a half an hour on Twitter. A lot of people are busy working and tweeting, or just busy tweeting, and they don't have time to sit and watch a 2-hour broadcast, or they don't have a desk full of devices like I do, so they can do that. And then I used to tell those people, watch it when you can, and while you're watching it, retweet it. So try to get in the practice of doing it, connecting to Twitter when we're on and we have an extra destination available. Anyway, we're coming up on about a half an hour, and it's turning into a regurgitation. Like I said, I guess the breakdown in communications was on my end, that I thought I was inviting Michael Anthony to be on the Middle Finger Network Saturday night broadcast and not talking about the Tuesday broadcast, because I invited him to join me on the Middle Finger Network Saturday night broadcast, and tonight is Saturday night. So I'll give another few minutes if anybody wants to go to my profile where you see the link, and go to my profile and watch the broadcast, and you'll see the link on the screen where it is right now. And if you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on. Otherwise, in about 6 minutes, when it is, let me see, scroll back up to the screen. About 6 minutes, when it is a little after 7:30, I will say we tried, but you don't always have people watching, and you don't always have people on. So sometimes that happens. But like I said, Tuesday night, I guess, Michael Anthony and I will do the Middle Finger Network broadcast for Tuesday. It will be a discussion between him and I. And if you're in the live chat, you're more than welcome to be a part of the conversation as well. Then Thursday night, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., if there is interest ahead of time. I know people that actually want to be on it, and they let me know, and all you have to do is message me. Want to be on. Then Thursday, it will be 7 to 9 p.m. also. If there is no interest in doing it, then it will just be the Tuesday broadcast. Originally, it was going to be Tuesday and Thursday with me and Michael, but he can't commit to 2 days during the week, which I understand. So I decided I would do something on the other night, but if it doesn't gel, then it'll just be Michael and I on Tuesday, which is fine. As soon as Street Lock gets the live stream servers fully installed and ready to rock and roll, Grant Jackson has said I will have the privilege of beta testing them by doing something over on Street Lock, and I believe Thursday night at 8 p.m. has always been the best time for a live stream to be on Street Lock, but if I do it, it will be 7 to 9 p.m. on Street Lock, and there's a whole slew of people on Street Lock that are always looking for a broadcast to come on, and it will be a whole lot of fun. Plus, we'll talk about Street Lock Pickleball. Go over to Street Lock, StreetLock.com, StreetLock.com, and join Street Lock. Go into the groups. You'll see Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group there. You'll see our Trump group there. You'll see a whole bunch of other groups over there. Go into the Street Lock Pickleball group, because there's actually a real pickleball league, and the gentleman who created it is over on Street Lock now, and just a really interesting, cool sport that is starting to grow in popularity. And there's rumors that Street Lock may even be live streaming the games. So I can't say anymore because that's all I know. Who's going to be on the panel? I don't know yet, but I do know that they are going to possibly be live streaming United States. I don't know what the O is. I have to look it up, but I think it's United States Organization of Pickleball League. And but go over to Street Lock and look it up. If you're looking for a news feed to share on the other social media networks that you go, Street Lock newsfeed is really the place to go. A lot of people that are members drop things into the newsfeed that come from sources that I've noticed that Facebook normally won't go after and say they're false news. I've had happen in some of our groups where Facebook will say, that's completely false news. And it turns out that it's completely false news because they don't like the source of the post, not the person who posted it. They don't like the source that wrote the post. So they'll say, no, we're deleting it from your group. Then I go over to Street Lock and I find the same post, but from another source, and I put it in the groups or on my profile. They leave it alone. So, they're a good place to grab stuff from and share. Also, American Patriot Social Network. If you type in AmericanPatriotSocial.com, all is one word, you can go over there. And they're a great place too. Very conservative, very patriotic, Christian values, if that's what you need from a social media network. And a lot of groups there that will be of interest to you, and a newsfeed that is definitely of interest to you. They've been around 17 years. I don't know how many people they have. We're trying to link the YouTube channel with Boogie with the Bull broadcast, but I'm falling way behind. I was posting the podcast. I'm falling even further behind on that. They asked me to post a broadcast on American Patriot Social. So, just trying to sit down and get it as much as you can done every day. It's one of those things where you really can't do it all yourself, and which is why I am thanking, and you'll see thank posts in the private groups to show my support for the admins. Like I said, Paul Gregg and Terry Stark and Jen Woodruff. I also understand that Jen Woodruff is finally launching her own broadcast, and it will be all about homeschooling, which is what she should have been doing a broadcast on years ago. We all know that. You've seen her on Facebook. You've seen her on broadcast. You've seen posts on her profile. You've seen her mention that she's in all kinds of homeschool groups here on Facebook. And if you're looking for a person who is knowledgeable, not necessarily knowledgeable on how it operates in your state, talk to Jen. And a lot of times, if you ask her a question about your state, because she's in Idaho, and if she can't give you an answer because you're asking about your state, she'll go and look it up for you. But, you should, if you're looking at it as an option to the public schools, you should dive in and look it up and get into it, because the time is right. If that's where you think your children are going to get the best education, it is what you should do. Personally, I think it is, because our grandson is in, I think, the 5th grade in homeschooling, and when he tests against his fellow students who are actually in the classroom, he does much better. As I've said also, everything in life, from the time you get out of bed to the time you go to bed at night, can be a homeschool lesson. He used to go grocery shopping and had to, I got $100 to spend, and he had to take a calculator and figure out, the best way to spend the $100. He and our son Matt were doing a lot of construction things, woodwork stuff together, and that's all math. You got to be able to take a measurement, mark it, do it, cut wood, So like I said, everything in life can be a homeschool project in one way or another. But so that is my support. It's my support because if you read what some of the public schools are teaching, the books that they have in their libraries, the books and things that they have going on in their classrooms that students are being exposed to, and you can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. None of that's going on. And I'll send you probably 127 million hours of YouTube videos where they show this is what's going on in the public schools. And, the other thing is, we all know that if a conservative, patriot, Republican parent goes to a school board meeting and wants to confront the school board, they can, and in some cases have been, labeled a domestic terrorist by the FBI for doing so. Come on, folks. Okay? I don't care what a person decides to do with themselves once they're 18 years old. But there is no reason for some of the live in-classroom lessons and some of the comic books or publications, whatever you want to call it, that 5-year-olds, I didn't mean to say 5th graders, that 5-year-olds are reading. And again, don't tell me that it's not happening, because I'll send you 500 million hours of video from YouTube that acknowledges that YouTube didn't throw it away because it's not true, but, where it's actually happening. The only thing I can say is Jen Woodruff taught me a very valuable lesson when we started doing broadcasts 3 years ago. This is all about our kids. Everything you do in life is about your kids. And now for us, it's your kids who are, half my age, and my grandson who is 10. And one day when his parents are tired and unable to run the government anymore, they're going to turn it over to him. And that's just the way it goes. And I hope it's turned over with a lot of things that are going on with our government now are not there anymore. Okay? I mean, we over time have sold our strategic oil reserves to China and stopped drilling in our country. And we have a Democrat president who is flying around the world asking oil producing countries to sell us oil for much more than we can take it out of the ground here. There's just no reason for it. And we were in the car the other day, and BJ's gas was, I think, $2.98. When we moved here 2 years ago, it was $2.93. If we're lucky, it'll work its way back to $2.93 and stay there. I doubt it. Why? Because we're not producing enough of our own domestic oil, sending it down to our refineries and making gas out of it. And if you don't believe me, Kevin O'Leary, one of the original sharks on Shark Tank, was on one of the network morning news shows a while back, and he said that he and a syndicate of probably billionaires like him have decided that they're going to go into the refinery business. They're going to find locations throughout the United States where they can put a refinery and drill for oil and refine it and make gas. And, everybody seems to say that if it costs a oil company, say $2 to get it out of the ground and bring it to you, that's what they should make. I'm a little more realistic about it. When I got my license 44 years ago, it was a Monday, and gas was 75 cents a gallon. No, actually, it was 50 cents a gallon. Middle of the week, like Wednesday, it went up to 75 cents a gallon. And then Friday, it went up to $1 a gallon. And I remember that only because my dad had bought the five of us a 68 Chevy Impala that had really low miles on it, that just, he got a really good deal on it. And it went down from my two older sisters, to me and my brother. And then my little sister didn't want it. She bought her own car. But he raised my allowance by $20 a week. And that $20 was to make sure that there was always gas in the car to get me and my brother to school. Anything else we had to pay for out of jobs that we had, which was fair. But, I don't think we're ever going to see 50 cents a gallon. I don't know if we'll see 75 cents a gallon. We probably won't see $1. But remember, President Trump swears that when President Biden took over, it was $1.83 a gallon, although the Biden administration says it was $1.87 a gallon. So we're arguing about 4 cents a gallon. And that 4 cents a gallon is about the difference between what we were paying when we got here and Biden was president, and what we are finally paying now. And we save a little bit more because my wife has a BJ's credit card, so you get 10 cents off with that. And if you buy things in the store, you get gas points So, but still, it isn't priced where it should be, and the government doesn't care because the government's trying to push you into an electric car. If you want one, go buy one, okay? But I haven't talked to anybody who has admitted they bought one and put a charging station, high-speed charging station in their house or at their house. And if they have more than one car, put in more than one. And if they did, then, they are complaining about how crazy their electric bills have gone up. The government's answer is, oh, well, put solar in your house and then sell back the electricity that you don't use, or store the electricity that you don't use for when you need it. My answer is to tell the federal government, the Biden administration, stop having your administration and everybody that works for you in the executive branch flying around on jets and this and that and the other thing, and make them drive themselves to where they need to go in the United States. John Kerry's jet, and it isn't even John Kerry's jet, it's Teresa Heinz Kerry's jet, which she got when she inherited Heinz Ketchup after John Heinz died in the plane crash. But, the wealth in that family, just so you know, is not from John. He is wealthy, but he's nowhere near as wealthy as Teresa. But anyway, get an electric plane, John, and stop polluting the skies when you fly. But anyway, I digress. It's 42 minutes, so in 18 minutes, when it is about 8 o'clock, we will wrap this 1 hour up. Walt Coons is watching. Thanks for watching, Walt. You're always welcome to come on. Jeffrey Brian Chinevert is somewhere on Facebook watching, and he's a great guy. Every once in a while, I post on in the news feed that I'm looking for memes, and I'll tell people what kind of memes I'm looking for because I'm such a serious meme collector. So I think about a year ago, I told Jeffrey that I was looking for good night and good morning and interesting signs that people read. So that's what he started sending. Mainly, he would go to my page every night and he'd say good night, and he'd post a good night, and then in the morning he'd post a good morning, and it was easy to ask him to do it. I've got, God, I don't know, so many memes that I couldn't even tell you. On Facebook, I probably have well over 1,000. On this tablet, there's probably close to 1,000. On the new Android 10, which is on the new Android 11, which is an old Android 10. I'm getting close to a couple hundred on that one. And on my Android 9, which I can't use anymore because it doesn't charge anymore, there are, I would guess, at least 2,000. At least 2,000 on that one. On the Chromebook, there's probably, it's getting close to 1,000 too. But anyway, so what is new and exciting? What are people doing on their Saturday night? If you don't want to talk politics and you don't want to talk anything else, come on into the live chat on my profile, the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group. Go over to YouTube, go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, get into the live chat, tell me the same thing over there. And my brain is getting to mush. It's going to be pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars for dinner tonight because it was lunch this afternoon and it was dinner last night. And that may be what it is. Tonight's caffeine is Classic Coke for anyone who cares. It was going to be Classic Mountain Dew, but at the last minute I changed my mind. And if you're watching in Middleburg, Fleming Island, or Orange Park, Florida, Middleburg, Fleming Island, Orange Park, Florida, and you're a barbershop, and you want to consider giving me a beardectomy and a appropriate haircut for a 61-year-old gentleman, and get your place plugged for doing so, I would be very interested in talking with you. And if you are and you're watching and you don't want to be recognized, I understand that too. And I'm not bothered either way. And I'm not talking about you giving me haircuts and beard trims in exchange for plugs on my broadcast. No, I'm just looking for a good place that I can plug for doing the broadcast. We will plug the Boogie with the Bull ceramic mug. We only did this because I wanted one. It is truly a bipartisan mug. If you hold it in your left hand, hold it in your right hand, then people can see you support Boogie with the Bull Uncensored. And if you hold it in your left hand, like a leftist socialist Democrat, everybody can see that you support Boogie with the Bull Uncensored as well. The logo came out great. Jen Woodruff did a great job fixing up the logo for me. Unfortunately, it is $9.95 to buy the mug. It's a 15-ounce mug. It's $9.95 to buy the mug with both logos on it. Unfortunately, it is $9.95 because I don't order enough of them to have it shipped to you. So it's basically a $20 ceramic mug. And I understand that's why people aren't buying them. But if you are a vendor of those kinds of things and can work deals, because everybody on Facebook wants a mug. Well, everybody on Facebook for their groups does not want a ceramic mug. I want a ceramic mug because I like drinking coffee in a ceramic mug. But maybe travel mugs, maybe T-shirts. Actually, the Boogie with the Bull Uncensored logo. This one, it's on the mug. Looking for a vendor that can make iron-on transfers and for a reasonable price. Everybody tells me when I ask, "Oh, you have to order 100 of them at $10 a piece." Well, it's $1 million, and I can't do that. As far as the Middle Finger Network broadcast getting a T-shirt with its logo on it, I'm not 100% sure about that yet. I'm just having fun with the name and putting the red, white, and blue middle finger in the Facebook news feed when we plug it, and so who knows? But I don't think that group will see a T-shirt. But Boogie with the Bull Uncensored, Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk, MAGA News Nation might, and if not, they might see a polo shirt with a logo on it. I like polo shirts much better than T-shirts. I don't feel properly dressed when I'm out in public wearing a T-shirt. I'm more comfortable in a polo shirt. But anyway, I digress. 11 minutes before 8 o'clock. So again, the Middle Finger Network broadcasts are Tuesdays with Michael Anthony. They are Tuesdays with Michael Anthony, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursdays, they are 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And a panel that Michael Anthony may or may not be a member of. It depends on his schedule. And that's it for now. Not doing the 10 a.m.s right now and other things during the day because we're not doing them right now. And other than that, let's see. Anything anybody wants to say, anything anybody needs to tell us what's going on in your state, what's going on in your group, if you're an admin or you got a group that you want to plug on the broadcast. Again, our four private groups are American Regulators, Conservative Freedom Defenders, the Hardcore Conservatives group, Red Patriots for America. Our chief admin is Terry Stark, and the other admins are Jen Woodruff and Paul Gregg. And then over on the public group side, we have Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk, where I'm an admin and Terry Stark is the chief executive admin. And over at MAGA News Network, I can't speak. Vida Harmon. Vida Harmon is the founding admin and executive admin. And as I like to tell people, I'm the indentured slave admin. I'm really not. I enjoy the two public groups. And I have said to people that I enjoy my public groups more right now than my private groups. So admins are taking care of those, and they're doing a fantastic job. And then I get to play in the public groups because they're more fun. A public group on Facebook, if you set it so that everybody can see it, everybody will see it in the news feed. So that was the main reason for taking Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk and making it an everyone public group. And I'm not talking about doing a post with ampersand everyone. You all know how I feel about those, because 99% of those at everyone posts in a group comes up on my Facebook news feed as someone mentioned you. So I go to the group to see who mentioned me, and all it is everyone, and I'm an everyone in those groups. So, I'm reading something that a lot of times isn't really important that everybody in the group gets a call to the group right away to read. Oh, and also, I told everybody my trick all along on Facebook has always been to try to clear out all of my notifications in the course of a day, so that the only notifications that I have are current ones and need to be taken care of right away. I did it. I got it. The only problem is that if there's not enough activity in the groups that you're in, or my groups, or just enough activity in general going through the Facebook news feed, then you don't get any notifications because you're all caught up. But okay, it didn't matter. I really wanted to do it. I personally think the Facebook news feed notifications should recycle at the end of the day, so that anything between 12:01 and 11:59 at midnight the next morning, they just go away. Because if you haven't taken care of it by then, it's going to sit there until you take care of it. And to me, it's kind of stupid to have notifications in my newsfeed that said, 3 weeks ago this happened. But anyway, that is me, and I'm just a 61-year-old man on the dementia journey, and trying to make changes in my life, and trying to stop focusing on what can happen later in life, because there's no guarantee that it could happen. Although, if at 82 years old, none of it happened, and I'm just living with this level of dementia that I have now, then I will probably go to my casket feeling bad that I gave up my driver's license. But, but if I'm wrong and some things do happen in the later stages of Lewy body's dementia, then it probably won't matter, because I'll do a broadcast and I'll see the green light and I'll just sit there and nothing will happen and no one will watch anyway, or I'll probably forget how to do them by then, and it won't matter. Hey, if you have events going on around the United States and you want to plug them on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, all you got to do again is let me know. And if you are interested, depending on when your events are happening, you can always go live from your event. You can go live from your event. I can go live from beautiful Fleming Island, Florida. But that is always possible. And more will come, more will be said, more will be posted about a Boogie with the Bull festival somewhere here in Florida. Something I've wanted to do for a long time. Never thought about doing it in Connecticut while being on Facebook, because I was probably the sole Republican in a Democrat state, and it's different here. I'm not the only Republican in a Republican state, but the same kind of thing that everybody else does. Some kind of vendor area. Anyone who wants to come and be a musician or any other sort of entertainment, which I will get through Randy Griesenbeck, and anybody else who wants to come and speak. Or just hobnob and enjoy being Republicans at this time in the United States of America. And it may or may not happen. Something I want to do. I just have to look at if there's a place in the area that can do it, and then what the terms are, what the cost is, and stuff like that. Like I said, if you're a musician and you want to be involved with it, playing there, then you'll go through Randy Griesenbeck, and who knows what else. If you're a vendor and you want to sell stuff, well, like I said, we'll set up a vendor fair area, and you can do that. Try to get some food trucks, and everybody just have a good time. Really, just come and have a good time, and not even thinking about charging an admission to get in. Just come and buy stuff. Support the people that are there. If there's food trucks, buy food. If there's vendors that sell stuff that you want, buy something. And if you do your own broadcast and you're not from Florida, you're more than welcome to come and do the broadcast from beautiful wherever we will be in Florida. So let's see, Randy Rhodes, missed the cue, and so I apologize that he was not here. Michael Anthony, like I said, thought it was Tuesday I was talking about. Tuesday is Michael Anthony and I. That's the 11th of July, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the Middle Finger Network Tuesday broadcast. And then, like I said, on the 13th, it's kind of a up in the air, thrown out panel. If you want to be on it, let me know by 10 a.m. Thursday morning. Let me know Thursday morning, anytime on Thursday morning, if you think you want to be on it. And I will make sure you get the link. And if there are more people that want to be on it, which has never happened, but if there are more people that want to be on it, then we may have to just shift people around to get everybody a chance to be on it. I'd love for that to happen, but it's probably never. It hasn't happened yet. Probably never will. Anyway, in a minute, it's going to be 8 o'clock. That alarm went off. I got something I have to do at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to go do it. Thanks for watching the Middle Finger Network Saturday broadcast. This is not an every Saturday thing. it made up for the Boogie with the Bull Rare Saturday morning broadcasts and a miscommunications between me and Michael. So Michael will be here, like I said, Tuesday at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, and Randy Greason, not I want to say Griesenbeck, I have too many Randys. Randy Rhodes will be here on Thursday, the 13th, from 7 to 9 p.m., and who knows what else. What I will say, and I won't confuse my Randys when I say this one, is all roads lead to home genealogy. That's Randy Rhodes' business. Go to it, take a look around. He is like a professional Ancestry.com guy, plus I think 14, 15 other genealogy databases, some that claim to be better than Ancestry. He always says, give him 15 minutes and he can go back give him 15 minutes and he can go back 15 generations. So, I mean, he'll go do the work, and sometimes he finds royalty or important people, because everybody wants to be related to somebody who was royalty or whatever. Hasn't found any on my side. This is not a compensated endorsement for All Roads Lead to Home. I'm not getting paid. I just know that if you need it, he does it, and he does it good. And he's the one that you need to go to. And if you go and you do something, well, then you can always tell him that I suggested that you go, and then it may become a compensated thing. But I just do it, like I said, because it's true. It's not worried about making any money off of people for supporting their businesses. He's a great guy. He probably spends 18 hours a day doing genealogy work for his customers, and very knowledgeable, and he will help you any way you can. All roads lead to home. I can't think of anyone else to watch or suggest. Watch the American Rebellion Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes they go a little later. Sometimes they go a lot later. If you get a chance and you're watching and they end the broadcast, sometimes there's an after hours bash with the live chat and who's ever on the program. Jerry Michaels, Nikki Young, Jen Woodruff is on at times. Randy Rhodes has been on at times. I've been on at times. Michael Anthony is on a lot lately. I can't think. I think I've named everybody. And it's a panel broadcast. It is a political broadcast. They start with what's going on in everybody's lives, and they go around the table, and then they move back into politics, and then they go around the table again. And it's a great broadcast. They're on right now, so if you go down to the American Rebellion blogger page on Facebook, you can watch and be in the live chat. And anybody else, you want your broadcast mentioned on a Boogie with a Bull or the Middle Finger Network broadcast, let me know. There's so many of them that I watch and that I share that I don't remember all the time to share. And if anyone sees William Rayfield from the Patriots Lab and the Patriots Lab Uncensored, just ask him to unblock me so that I can talk with him and just put behind us whatever happened between both of us. There was an episode on a Boogie with a Bull broadcast that followed over to a Patriots Lab broadcast, and the two of us just kind of said, and that was it. But you know what? It's whatever it was that happened on my broadcast. I'm not worried about it or concerned with it anymore. I invented the Boogie with the Blowout, as everybody used to call it anyway. So, there's too much going on to not be affiliated with everybody. And on that note, it's an hour and 5 minutes. So this is the part of the broadcast where I say you're watching the Middle Finger Saturday broadcast, which is a copyrighted presentation of Boogie with the Bull. We own the name, we own everything affiliated with it, we own the logo, we own the logo on the cup. Just, so, if you want to use any portion of the broadcast for something else, all I ask is that you don't edit down what you take. Cut out whatever portion of it you want, but don't edit it to make it look like it's something that it wasn't. And I don't worry about that stuff anyway. But that's it. Take another swig of evening caffeine. And thank Danny Campbell for watching and saying hello. Thank Jeffrey Brian Chedevert for watching. And Walt Coons for watching. And anybody else who is watching anywhere, I thank you for watching as well. If you are going to watch, the next time you see me post that there's going to be a broadcast, before you come watch, and you're going to watch it through Facebook, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Put that in your browser, StreamYard.com/Facebook. About halfway down the page is either a green or a blue bar. They change it all the time. That says give Facebook permission. Give StreamYard permission. It gives StreamYard permission so that if you're in the live chat on Facebook, your name and your profile picture show up on the live producer screen, which makes it a lot easier for us to see that you're in a live chat, flash your name and your picture on the screen to show everybody that you're watching. Thanks for watching, Danny. And that's, it's a lot nicer to let you know that I know that you're watching and you want to be part of the fun. Anyway, live well and prosper. That's the new closing. So on that note, live well and prosper. And we will see you Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook and on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel for the Middle Finger Network Tuesday broadcast. Hit that.